This game is rated T for ages 13 and up. For more information, please go to esrb.org. Hello everyone, KirbyVolt here, but you can call me KV, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man ZX Advent. On the last episode, we did a lot more of the side quests. So we only have these side quests. We're ignoring the top one. But we have this one and this one to go. But we did get some good stuff, like we have all these ships now. We didn't get all of them in the last episode, mind you, but we've gotten them over the course of all the side quests we've been doing, and these are very handy to have. With that, there's still quite a bit of stuff we need to find for side quests, data disks, and all that, but we are still missing one key to our arsenal, and that means that we should probably go to wherever that final stage is. The final stage that we're tasked with going to find in the first place. So we're gonna do that today. We're actually gonna not beat around the bush and go straight to that last, probably Pseudoroid stage. They did say Pseudoroid activity was coming behind all the green doors, and we're about to go behind the green door. Specifically this one. Do you have a quest? I think if you did, we already did it. I've done a lot of the quests out of order compared to my notes, so a lot of the quests that we have left to do are probably not as many as the ones I wrote down in my notes. Also, hey, look at this! That's a cool view right there. It looks like it's eternally night there, which, fun. It's located at 179. I don't know what that means, but if we look at this, though... Oh, I thought this was a wall? That's a waterfall. This kind of looks a little familiar. Not to Ashe, though. So if we go here... This transfer is one way only to the mysterious lab. Transports? That's what we want to do, because that'll take us to the mysterious lab. Our next stage.
What is this place? The bridge is destroyed. It looks like there was a fight here.
There's no response from that monitor over there. It's giving off some kind of jamming frequency. If this is a secret lab, there may be something here that someone doesn't want us to see. Okay, so Albert.
We hunters are very good at finding out secrets. So let's go find it. It would be nice to find some treasure, but I have a bad feeling about this.
I mean, what else do you expect? So, well, you know what, Future Me, if you could, bring up the bottom screen right now. Because if we look on the bottom screen, we're in Mysterious Lab 3. We're heading to Mysterious Lab 4. Which means these two areas, Mysterious Lab 1 and 2, are inaccessible to us. We will not be seeing those through the rest of the game. Like, we literally cannot go there as Ashe. What does this mean? These two parts of the stage right here, that was Gray's opening stage. If you look at the world map in ZX Advent, you will see the respective opening stages of where they should be for either character, depending on which one you're playing as. Ashe's is... I don't know how to move in the map very well. Oh, that is so weird pressing in the right stick. Okay. So... almost there. Almost there. Here's Ashe's opening stage right here. For whatever reason, these are still left in the map data, depending on which character you're playing as, so if we were to go to play as Gray, it would actually show this circle right here, but it would be completely blank. And also, I just gave away that any blank spot on the map is going to be a stage at some point, so you've seen where the last few stages are probably going to be. But yes, this is meant to be the opening stage for Gray, just past this broken bridge. If you recall, in Gray's opening stage, when we took that stage on in episode 1A, this bridge did get destroyed. So there's a bit of connectivity tissue there as to potentially Gray still are out there. Also, Ashe may still be out there in Gray's story as well. They just, weren't the ones who ended up getting him out of the way. The dark theory is that Gray died, and Ashe died if you're playing as Gray, but, we're gonna say they're out there somewhere, probably. I like to think that, at least. Anywho, so you don't have to worry about that if we just go and activate a warp point right here, so you don't have to see that ever again. I do like the moon. I like the atmosphere of this particular starting point. It's really cool. Unfortunately, as it is a lab, we have to, go inside the lab. But we still get some cool stuff with, like, this, windows right here. With these windows, rather. The lab design is also really cool. I like this kind of, like, it looks a lot more ancient compared to anything else we've seen in the game. That's also why I like saving this stage for the last one we do. Because if you recall, the 3 stages we got, which were the Biolab, the Waterfall Ruins, and this lab, we could have done in any order. And the order I chose to do them in is my preferred order, usually. Guess we don't need... I wasn't sure if we need anything for sub-tanks, and I guess not. Anyways, we get out of here. We'll go to our humanoid form. And let's see. Okay, well, I said let's be very careful that I immediately, did the thing I'm not supposed to do and got hurt. Oh, you got it, okay. It's like I'm really gonna dodge all my shots. Goodness gracious. Alright, and in here, what's in this door? Problems. I'll take the money, I guess, since we don't really need the health. Hey you. Hey, stop that. Thank you. More money. How much money do we have? Oh, a lot. Anywho's, up this-a-way, we can actually get that by using the Goyle twins. Just get Oogoyle out. Bada boom. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, in the breezy, with some cheesy, for your pleasy, because I needsy. I like lemons. Flavored things. Maybe I would actually like just straight up lemons too. I like oranges. There's a lot of fruits that like... It's weird, man. Like, apples, you can just eat apples right from the branch. But oranges and lemons are like, nope, you gotta peel these first. And I'm just like, oh, that's kind of lame. I just want to eat the thing. I'm also probably lazy. Oh, what is going on in here?
2 open capsules. I wonder who was in there.
Look at that panel. There's a message.
DNA-001, Prometheus. Time remaining before shutdown for recalibration. 246924 seconds. And counting. DNA-002, Pandora. Time remaining before shutdown for recalibration. 246939 seconds. And counting.
Prometheus and Pandora's capsules. Looks like those 2 were made here.
Maybe they're what the data meant by Reploid siblings.
Indeed that was.
I bet the first 2 Mega Men Albert made were Prometheus and Pandora.
There's no doubt about it. These capsules are the chains that bound them, so that they wouldn't go against Albert's plan.
Chains?
The counter on the panel is probably Prometheus's life. It's set pretty short. They're made so that they'll die if they don't go back into the capsules for maintenance at regular intervals.
I get it, robots and all that, but man, that is messed up. And also, if you're curious about the time, the amount of time that it listed, the amount of seconds, that goes roughly to 4,115 minutes, or if you want to be more like broad, it's roughly about 3 days, just a little under 3 days. 2.85 days is what I have in my notes. Notably, one of them is longer, which is Prometheus. Pandora's life counter is a bit longer by a few seconds, probably because she got activated seconds, and Prometheus is definitely a lot shorter. This is kind of interesting because Model A dropped the truth bomb on us of, hey, these are probably Mega Man that Albert made. But we've seen all the biometals at this point. We've seen Model A, Z, X, F, H, L, and P. But there is one other biometal we're not considering into this equation, Model W itself. We've been going after all the cores, of course, but if you recall, Master Albert had 4 of those mini Model W cores with him, and as we saw in the previous game, Serpent had one of those as well, and that allowed him to transform into a type of Mega Man himself. So that means Prometheus and Pandora probably had those smaller biometal Model Ws on them as well. And it seems like they're not having the nicest of times. The tension between Albert and Prometheus and Pandora, it seems like. Otherwise, I don't know why Albert would have them on such short leashes.
In order to stay maintained, they have to do what Albert says.
It looks like this building goes further in. There may be something left. Keep looking.
And that's what we'll do. Let me just check one more thing here. The one last thing to note is that with these capsules, they should also look familiar. Gray came out of one of these capsules in the first half of the stage when we saw him in his intro stage. You can kind of piece together who Gray is supposed to be at this point. Maybe not entirely, but you get the general gist. Anywho's, there's a data disc in here. Hooray! These bouncy enemies make me very annoyed. Again, here are some more canisters that would have previously housed Cyber Elves. I brought them up one other time in the game when we saw them, I think in the Control Center, which made sense because that stage is based off of the final stage of the first game. But Cyber Elves haven't really played a big role in this game. And my theory for that is that most of them are dead by this point. And my reasoning for that is that we've seen someone essentially die to a Model W. We saw that back in the Tower of Verdure. What happened at that time is that person turned into a Cyber Elf. Remember, humans and machines are very similar now, so they both are equally capable of creating Cyber Elves themselves, from the humanoids or the reploids. So, unless someone has died, there's probably no Cyber Elves out there. And if there are, and we've seen what Model W does to Cyber Elves, it's safe to assume that a lot of the Cyber Elves that may be remaining have already been fed as food to Model W. Which, not good. But maybe they'll make a return someday. Who knows? I think it was also, what I really like about this game is that it really tries to distance itself from the Zero series. It uses a lot of stuff from it still, but it tries to be more of its own thing, while paying homage and knowledge that the first game, happened, of course. Whereas the original ZX was definitely trying to be an extension of the Zero series, I feel like this game's trying to have more of its own identity, so I think the removal of Cyber Elves was kind of a deliberate choice, so that way this game could kind of breathe in its own rights. But if we just take the idea that Cyber Elves can just come from anyone, it's basically, this is the essence of a dead person. That's what Model W's doing. Didn't say it was right, just what it's doing. Alright, so this guy, we want to go and hit this over there, for reasons that will become apparent very soon. That bouncy enemy, I tell you, is just the worst. Now if we take a slicing ability, we can just get that in there, and if we go up here, there's another battery. The whole point to doing that one to the left side is so we can get this other battery. And maybe I should do this in a more easier fashion. Because that way, we can get hit by this dumb bouncy guy again. Get out of here. Thank you for the health. And then, we need to get this battery over the hill. It's definitely possible. Just need to... Hey, no. Get over the hill. Get over the hill. There we go. You get out of the way. Thank you. Take the health, though. I appreciate it. Okay, you know, that enemy is just gonna be a pain in the butt for the rest of this game, I'm sure. I think that's gonna be the last time we see those enemies, though, so I'm happy about that. Let me go up here. This actually had a lock on it. By putting the battery into that slot right there, we've undone the lock, so we can actually go this way. Get another data disc for our shovels, and we can go into this door. Which, ow. Didn't mean to do that, but whatever. And we get our final sub-tank. This should be our final sub-tank, I believe. We can only get it, though, if we have the Goyle twins, so kind of why I wanted to do this stage last, so we could actually get this. Yep, that's our last sub-tank. We have 4 sub-tanks. Heck yeah. Get out of here. And now we can... Health? No? Oh. You didn't even die. I thought I got rid of you. Apparently not. That's fine. Bye-bye. I think that does it as far as secrets in the stage. This is a fairly short stage compared to the other ones we've done thus far in the game. Yeah, there's the boss door right here. And I get why, because this is mainly just kind of plot stuff. That's kind of why I like doing this one last, because it's kind of a nice breather from all the craziness they've been doing from not only the stages themselves, but also from all the side quest stuff. Which, of course, leads us to our final boss. Not the final boss, but our final boss we can encounter in this set.
Hey, that's as far as you go!
Okay. So before you introduce this character, I am going to give you some cursed knowledge. Where are the eyes on this pseudoroid? Are the eyes, A, near the top of the head, kind of like the snout goes over it, or are they B, just above the orange collar thing? Or is it C? Does this thing have 4 eyes? I don't know. It bothers me immensely.
Nobody gets past this point!
Yeah, about that.
I'm just following Mr. Albert's orders!
Yeah, whatever. Now out of my way.
Big mood, Ashe. Big mood.
Hey, do you think you could just ignore me, Headshock?
Yeah, probably.
You've got to face the penalty, a shocking penalty.
Okay,
Mr.
whatever.
Albert's orders are absolute.
Whatever. To be fair to Ashe, she's not wrong. This boss is pretty silly. I wouldn't say it's the easiest boss in the game, but it's definitely not a very hard one compared to some of the other things we've fought in this game. I say it's like a hit right away. Hedgie here is electric, so if we were to use any type of ice weapon on him, which, you know, if I actually landed the hit, it would do some significant damage. And if I also, you know, was smart about how I was doing this, which I'm not being. This boss is not hard, it's just that because it's not hard, I totally mess up things because I'm like, this boss is easy. And then I realize, you know, it's a little harder than I'm making out to be. Case in point, we're gonna use a sub-tank right now. Still, we have plenty of sub-tanks now, and things aren't too bad. You can see her attack patterns are pretty easy to figure out. Unless I, of course, just stand there like a moron. Are you gonna come down? Ah, dang it. Her major strength is that she can go around the map pretty fast. But that's about it. Just avoid and try to be careful. That's all you can do, man. Here, let's just do this for the heck of it. Do 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 do. Okay, and we can't do that anymore. And she hasn't even done one of her other attacks yet. Like, this is her attack pattern. She does not have that many attacks. So, like, okay, here we go. She can summon other rats. I don't like these rat enemies because they explode and they're hard to hit. But other than that, that's about it. So, yeah. Have fun taking out knockoff Sonic the Hedgehog. Not sure why Albert left this one in charge of everything, but, you know, whatever. I'm sure beggars can't be choosers. Well, he made all of them, so no, he could have chosen.
That kind of strength is cheating.
Is it, though? Is it? It doesn't matter what you beat Hedgehog with. She's always going to say that kind of strength is cheating, so... I don't know about that. I think we are just fine using the big Frosty Man.
It's
Frosty
just
Kracko.
like Mr. Albert's strength.
Oh, okay. That also implies that Mr. Albert has potentially beaten you in a fight, which is concerning. My other thing about Hedgehog that I didn't get to bring up is that a lot of her noises sounds like future Pokemon noises, future Pokemon cries. Future me if you could. This is gonna happen in just a second. Give me a little spoop. Alright. Future me. Play the file. Yeah, that's just me taking two of Hedgehog's sounds I find really freaking hilarious and cobbling them together and saying, guess what, this is like a Pokemon cry. Anyways, a huge reason
There's another capsule here.
for this stage is plot stuff, which is why I wanted to save it for last as well, because now we have some more plot now that we got rid of Hedgie. We'll go over Hedgie's moves in a bit. Hedgie's actually a very good new ability to have for this late in the game, because it will help us get access to everything now. But let's finish off the plot stuff first.
But it's empty. There's something showing on this panel, though.
DNA 00. Did I say DNA? D-A-N. I don't know, I said DNA. Prototype. Final version complete. Start final phase.
What does prototype mean?
It means Proto-Man's in this game. He's not actually, but I had you thinking for just a split second, didn't I?
I bet this is part of Albert's plan too.
Huh? There's a disc still in this drive.
Very good, but all you managed to find is an empty capsule and some incomplete data?
Rude! We're doing all the heavy lifting for you.
There might be some Mega Men that we don't know about. We'll analyze the data here and see what we can find.
Alright,
Send it
alright,
with your
alright.
mission report.
Yeah, I'll do that. He's just like, that's all you can find? Was like, what did you want us to find? Did you want us to find the Taj Mahal? Because we're not going to find it here. Alright, Hedgie. Model A is going to take over, so let's talk to Model A for a second. The passage up ahead is really low. Crouching looks like the only way to get in. But with these obstacles in the way, we can't get in. We can't get all the way through. I've got it. Try morphing into Hedgehog. Then hold down the control pad and press dash. That way you can slip under. Hedgehog's abilities aren't very good on the offensive, so you should avoid using her against enemies. You can shoot balls of electricity by holding down the attack button and releasing it. Well, come on, let's use rolling dash to get into the passageway. So before we do that, this is basically what Model A means. Yes, we have humanoid form, but these things we just can't do anything about. So what we gotta do is we gotta turn into Hedgie, and now humanoid form has kind of become completely useless. Well, except this shot sucks compared to humanoid form, so maybe humanoid form still has some uses. But with Hedgie, we can go rolling around at the speed of sound. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. And you also have this other dash where you have like these quill thingies. This takes time to charge up. It doesn't take too long to charge up, but it is a very awkward attack. It's nice because it goes in 5 directions, but you really need to commit to where your target's going to be. They need to be right behind you, in front of you, directly in perpendicular angles, or at 45-degree angles, or above you. Or in this case, the opposite. And that's it. Those are Hedgie's moves. This is Hedgie. Hedgie's claim to fame is that she can go under these passageways and destroy these things. So there you have it. And also, yes, when she stands up in a ball like this, it does look like it is Super Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know if that was intentional, but there we have it. Alright, so we're going to send in the mission report, and now we've done all 3 stages in this set. It's Thomas. We've succeeded in analyzing a file and the data you found. This is initializing... Bleh. Me. That's a long word. I can do it. Me. 5 seconds later. Never mind. This is an inlet. I did it again. I'm looking at the inna and I go right to the l and I just go inilla. That's not how it's pronounced at all. This is an oh my gosh. How am I... Initialization key. Initialization key. My goodness. This is an initialization key for a special trans server. It contains transport coordinate data of some kind. We were able to completely recover it using the data that you sent. We got the init key. Do you remember ever seeing a trans server that hadn't been initialized? A trans server that hadn't been initialized? If you find it, use that key. It's the data that has been split in 2 and guarded so vigilantly. Albert is presumably at the receiving end of that trans server. I can initialize the trans server with this key. Okay, I have to remember that. So with that, we're going to head back to Hunter's Camp, because we're done here. I don't think there's any reason for us to come back to Mysterious Lab, which sucks. The music here is really good. I like this music track a lot, but it is mainly just kind of a plot stage. So there we have that. So, back to Hunter's Camp we go. And next time, we're going to finish off all the side quests now, because now we have all the abilities at our disposal, so we can just go crazy. So with that all said, if you like this video, please consider hitting that like button below, and if you want some more content, please consider subscribing. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I always appreciate it. If you'd like to see as far as the game goes, Mega Man ZX Advent is available currently as part of the Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection. It's available on pretty much all current platforms, so I highly recommend picking it up so you can give Capcom knowledge of our support that we want to see more Mega Man games in the future. Maybe more Inti Creates Mega Man games, but at least Mega Man games for sure. Inti Creates, of course, has their own work out right now. Recently released earlier this year was Lumi's Adventure X2, and supposedly coming out in the same year, 2022, as the time of this recording and the time of this upload, we should be seeing a Zero Striker Gunvolt 3 as well. They're very similar in terms of playstyle to this game, so I highly recommend picking them up and giving them a try for yourself. Most importantly though, of course, please have a wonderfully great day, and I will see you all on the next one. Until then, ciao.